Today is the 16th of October, and that you can see way in the distance there is the two tops of St. James's, and we're going up Apparition Hill today, God willing of course. There's a lot of traffic, you're going to hear it now as I pan around. It's one coming behind me, and we are going up that direction. Well, here we are, folks. I didn't manage to stop at any of the stations and take any footage or anything like that. There's a bit of heavy traffic, so to speak, left, right and centre between coming down and going up. Somewhere a little bit slow, somewhere just taking over the whole side of the hill. Anyway, as you can see, there's Medugorje in the distance. You really have to have very good eyesight to spot the church. It's there, alright. It's there right in the distance. You'll have to pause screen yourself. Anyways, we're heading up that way there. Up along that path. As always, you've seen it once before. I'm not documenting it like I did before. That was in... I think that was 2022. Yeah, I think it was. Anyway, I'll catch you later. Here we are at the 8th station, and it didn't take me too long either to find Fortune's Rock. There you go, just right there. It was overgrown by all this lush green, and down there in the centre is Our Lady statue. Down about at least about 300 to 400 yards. We'll be down there in time enough, so I'm just going to get myself settled on Fortune's Rock, and I'll catch up with you. Well, here we are at Fortune's Rock, the 8th station, as you can see there in the background, and it's a little bit windy as well. There was no wind beforehand, the usual thing that happens. Anyway, I came up here for a bit of peace. I couldn't wait to get up here, so as I know I can have my little bit of peace up here. Travelling community that are down in my house where I'm staying. Banging doors again this morning, running up and down the hallway, slamming doors, screaming, shouting, even last night as well. And now they're bouncing balls at the door along the long hallway, which you've seen in the earlier videos. And I was like, I'm gonna have to complain to the lady of the house if I can catch hold of her, or manage the man of the house. They don't seem to be around at the moment, but if I can catch them, I'm gonna say something, because they have the exit doors blocked with chairs sitting around so they can have a little chin wagging chat. It's a fire hazard, if any fire had breaking out, to get out that door with them 3 chairs out of the front of the door. So I'm seeing all of the health and safety issues there. So they're, let's put it this way, they're I'll save my opinions, but you can tell, yeah? Okay? I'm up here to get a bit of peace, so I'm going to switch this off and we'll probably resume down where Our Lady statue. I'll probably just resume with photographs or maybe a bit of video footage, so we'll see what happens when we get there, yeah? Talk to you then. Well folks, we finally made it down from Apparition Hill, which is right over there, and as you can see there's a few sheep grazing there in the field in the foreground. Anyway, it was a little bit more difficult coming down from Apparition Hill this time. It wasn't so bad going up it, but the traffic was going all over the place, and some of the passageways were blocked with people sitting here, there and everywhere, and it's just treacherous. You've seen the rock formation on the way up. You've seen it before in previous videos if you've watched previous videos. But anyway, I'm heading that way. And I'm heading home just to brush up and freshen up, and don't know where I'm going later on. Oh, the priest told us this morning, the Father Leon told us this morning, says that there will be a concert in the Yellow Building at 8 o'clock tonight for Mary's Hands, which is associated with one of the visionaries, Jacques, the youngest member of the 6 visionaries, of course. Anyway, there's that beautiful sight. We were up there. You've seen a few shots, so now I'm gonna pan out at that.
Ovo je moje tijelo koje će se za vas predati.
No.
Isto tako, pošto večeraše uze kalež
zato što pred tobom mogu biti onakav kakav jesam. Hvala ti što pred tobom sve moje maske padaju.
Sedatori tui, per estem fides supplementu, sensum defectui, genitori genitoque, laus et jubilatio, salus honor virtus quoque, sit et benedictio, procedenti ab utroque, comparsit laudatio. Amen.
Oremus. Deus, qui nobis sum sacramentum mirabili passionis Tue, memoria reliquisti, tribue quesimus, ita nos corporis et sanguis Tvoi, sacra mysterii venerari, ut redemptionis Tui fructum in nobis iugiter sentiamus, qui vivis et regnas in saecula saeculorum.
Eleison, Christe eleison,
Christe eleison,
Kyrie eleison,
Kyrie eleison. Well, good afternoon, folks. This is Hotel Mantel. I've shown you photographs off the website, and you can just see it in the background there. I'll give you a good long view of it. Do you see it there? And I'll show you photographs, and that is, I don't know what that is. And I've shown you photographs of from their page on booker.com. And I knocked over another thing as well, whatever those things are. What's I going to say to you? We'll walk down here a bit, and I can talk to you probably better down here. You remember I was telling you about last week and the other individuals? Well, we got a load of them last night and the early hours of the morning, from 2:30 until 3:30, 3:45 in the morning, round and shouting and banging doors and all sorts of stuff going on in Hotel Mantel, which you can see right behind me, which I don't think is very fair on people who are also paying guests too, who don't do such things. You know what I mean? I don't know what those jokes were that I fell over back, or were in my way back there. You can see them in the distance probably anyway. But I'll fill you in a little bit more on that later on. I can't say the word at the moment. I will actually try to say the word. Travelers. Alright? There you go, I said it. Now, and I'll fill you in a little bit more on that later on. Here we are at the statue of the risen Christ. You can just see it in the background there. I'll try and bring you up a little bit closer than what I am.
1 Corinthians 15. Moreover, brethren, I declare unto you the gospel which I preached unto you, which also ye have received, and wherein ye stand, by which also ye are saved, if ye keep in memory what I preached unto you, unless ye have believed in vain. For I delivered unto you first of all that which I also received, how that Christ died for our sins, according to the Scriptures.
There you go, there's the statue of the risen Christ in the background. You can just about see it. And the people that you're hearing singing they're at the stations right behind you. They're doing the stations. I'm not too sure what station they're on at the moment. But that's the statue of the risen Christ behind you. It's a little after 3 in the afternoon. And I'm just going to do a few prayers here. And then after that, we'll probably head up to Father Slavko's grave, maybe. We'll see how the day goes. Okay.
And that he was seen of Cephas, then of the 12. After that he was seen of above 500 brethren at once, of whom the greater part remain unto this present, but some are fallen asleep. After that he was seen of James, then of all the apostles, and last of all he was seen of me also, as of one born out of due time. For I am the least of the apostles, that am not meet to be called an apostle, because I persecuted the church of God. But by the grace of God I am what I am, and his grace which was bestowed upon me was not in vain.
Just briefly back on, I forgot to show you the photographs I sneakily took down at the dome of the unmentionables, but you'll only see them from the back. Some hiding their identity so they can't say, that's me there, that's her, that's Nora, that's this and that, and you know what I mean? Right, leave it at that. So, have a look at the photographs.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
The police are going to come.
Señora, pero ¡eso me hallan! No one can video for that, no, I'm not video, no.
Oh, the police are coming, I don't care about the police. Look, I have a room in there. I'm a guest in there, a paying guest. Go to your room.
This is an update. I'm recording this on the 21st. I tried all day to try and find an opportunity to record it. You could probably hear the sound of the wind rustling up above me on the canopies. I tried all day. I tried to figure out a place. I didn't get out until late. Well, the update for the 20th in the early hours of the morning. After leaving last night on
The 19th, I was up at the back of the dome, and I stayed there until around about 1 o'clock in the morning, so it would have elapsed into the 20th of October. And I was sitting there, and I said, just jokingly, I turned around and I says, yeah, there'll be probably killings back in the place. Travellers gone wild in Medugorje. I just jokingly thought that, you know. And Lord and behold, I got back. I was perfectly right. They were killing each other. I couldn't go into the apartments. I had my keys. I stood outside. They were smashing glass. I heard glass breaking. I heard screaming. I heard doors being kicked. Everything you can imagine in a fight. This was way over the top. There was screaming. There was shouting. There was everything. And I was like, that's me. That's me on me getting in tonight. I'll be lucky if I get in tonight. And there was 2 women who stayed there who were from this country, of course. I didn't realise that, but they were running in and out every time they heard something smash, and she was screaming in the bits of English that she knew. I couldn't document it. I couldn't get it out of the camera, out of the bag. What happened next, 2 police cars, local police cars, booted past me, and then the police went in, and I was still stood outside. I was unshaken by the whole thing. I was watching it unfold before my very eyes. I said, I knew this would happen. I said to myself, I said, just give it time. But I wasn't expecting it to happen so early as it did. And it's like when families like that get together, clash, boom. For some reason, something sparks it off. It's either the drink or something, the cheap drink that you can get around here. I mean, what's happened to Medugorje over the past couple of years? I mean, what kind of people are you letting in? I know everybody is welcome in Medugorje, but it was only a matter of time before this. This is the kind of thing that I'm starting to hear about now. I'm starting to see it for myself, firsthand. Anyway, I was standing there, and the police came over to me. 4 of them went in. 1 came over, and he says, whoa, whoa, whoa. I says, I have to sleep in there. I sleep in there. And he pushed me to the side and said, go to sleep. You know, go down to my place. I said, I can't. I have to go through there, down through the lobby, and down into my place. I have to pass the fight. Well, first he thought I was associated with them, and I said, wait a minute, I'm not with them. I says, I am not. I've been here a week already. I said, they only came in. You know, he only knew bits of English, of course, you know, so I broke it down as best I could. I soon sorted that out. And so with that, he came back out again, and I followed him in. Like, they had battens out. I mean, these were really big battens. These are not the battens that the guards have in Ireland, in Dublin, you know. The guards in Ireland tend to let these run riot anyway, you know, and come to, and clear up the aftermath. But these police, these just went right into the midst of it. And all the shouting and screaming was still going on. And I said, right, this is it, you know what I mean, I'm going in here. So I walked in, and they were still screaming and shouting, and I stood there in the lobby, you know what I mean, watching all of this. They were still shouting, and the police were walking up and down with batons and everything. And these travellers were just shouting and kicking and screaming, and upstairs and downstairs, and running here and giving it loads, you know, like bad language, which I can't say on camera, of course, but you can imagine and leave it up to yourself, your own imagination. There was nothing left in the vocabulary of, you know, of that department. But anyway, I eventually got into my room and past them all. I looked left and right. I said to one of the women in there who works there, do you remember I said to you that 2 women from this country, I said to her, I said, number 15, she says, down the hall. I was like, is she thinking I'm one of these? I'm not one of these. I'm Irish, but I'm not a traveller, right? There's a different kind of Irish, right? These Irish just fight till the death. They see blood, they're like a pit bull, they'll continue to fight. You know what I mean? They're animals. Like, not all of the travelling community are bad, you know. There is an element of badness in it and gives them a bad reputation. Just like there's a bad reputation for every nationality in the world. It has its good and it has its bad. And as I said, I'm recording this on the 21st. I wanted to record it on the 20th, but I couldn't, and because of this wind, it was all day, I couldn't find a space. And I left my place just a little bit in the afternoon, you know, for lunch, and just went wandering about. But this wind has been up all day, and then there's been a speck of rain here and there. And I done some of the program. I done my prayers, of course, and it was the early hours of the 20th that all of that transpired, and it went on, and it didn't cease until the early hours of what, about 3:30, 20 to 4 in the morning. And only the owners of the house came on the scene, the hotel I should say. I can hear him upstairs and saying that it is very serious. He says, this happens again, there'll be very serious consequences. I mean, like, why give them an opportunity? I mean, some of them ran past me before I went inside, you know, because the police were there. And they're like, oh, the police, oh, the police, oh, the police. And they ran scattered this way like a load of cockroaches after being exposed to the light, you know. And I'm like, I'm just standing there, I'm not flinching, I'm just like looking at it because I know what to expect, because I've heard about it, now I've seen it, and I've seen it before, you know what I mean, but not in Medugorje, of course. And I mean, what is happening to my beautiful, sweet little Medugorje, my poor, sweet Medugorje? What? A lady? I pray for these people that they find a way and behave accordingly while they're here, and be more respectful to their surroundings, and not treat it like it's some bog land for shouting here and there. Merry, 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 time, party, party. Anyway, there's some of them over at the candle area, which is over behind the back of you. So I'm keeping it low, you know, but I have my story just in case anything comes amiss, you know, say, we heard you saying this. I say, excuse me, this is a private video, I'm making a travel log. That's what you hear, travel log. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. It's a little after, I'd say it's probably, let me see, hang on there. It is, oh, come on. The early hours of the 21st, which is a Saturday of October, and it's 27 minutes past midnight, and I got to do the video. So that's the update. So I'm dreading going home tonight. God knows what happened. It's so funny though that I said that last night before I went over there, you know, and then what I had said actually happened. I'm like, but I knew there was something brewing. I said, you know, when I heard it the first night, I said, nah, this is gonna kick off. And it did. It kicked off, alright. Bloody hell. God forgive me, sorry. But I'm telling the truth as it is. I'd never thought I'd make a video like this in Medugorje. But hey, it's not about this. Medugorje is about the peace and the love and the friendliness of the people in this village in a valley surrounded by mountains and hills, and the appearance of Our Lady, Queen of Peace, and her messages to the world of conversion. That's the most important thing. Not that or them, they are not. We're all important in Our Lady's eyes, but that's not important. But it shouldn't be going on. So I'm gonna leave it at that, because I hear some noise over that direction. So I'll take my leave and say good night, and I'll catch you somewhere along the road today, later on. Hopefully I'll get it for English Mass this morning. But I'll keep you posted anyway. Don't you know I always do. So, as the locals would say, luck a notch. In other words, good night. Love you loads, ladies. And guys, that's for you. Told you, I'm not into that sort of thing. Be gone with you.